Morning everybody. Today we are here for another topic. But before I start, I just want that we should have a recapitulation. What have you done? If you remember, you have done parts of speech. Okay, we have done parts of speech. I told you, just like a human body, we are having different body parts, and all the parts are having different work to do. But now, today we are going to do another very important part of our language, that is figures of speech. Figures of speech. Now, what is the difference between this and that? That you already have done. You know that there are 8 parts of speech which are the base of our grammar. But now, today we are doing figures of speech. Basic thing I will say, just like we human beings, we just want to adorn ourselves. We just want different ornaments to look pretty, beautiful, like that. So language is also like that. If we will plain way, you say something, but same thing we will say in a figurative way. Okay, ornamental way, we will adorn it. So this is the most important part of language, that some of the figures of speech which beautify the language, especially literary skills, and it is used in our writing to express ourselves. So all these things are there. There are in English there are almost 100 figures of speech. But in your literature, basically according to your classes which you are doing, so we will take those many today, which you are, I think, using it and you are in touch with that, but still there are some of the figures of speech which are very important in 11th and 12th, equally in 9th and 10th. So first I will say which are interrelated to each other. First figure of speech which I am going to do and tell you is oxymoron. You see, I told you earlier also that whichever the terms of English we do, meaning we itself find in the word also. Oxymoron. So oxy means opposite and moron is words. Opposite words given together in a speech, in a language, in a writing is oxymoron. Just like one example, I will say, my life is an open secret. Now you see, my life is what? An open secret. Open and secret. Both are opposite words. So oxymoron, this is a speech where you will be given 2 different words together in a sentence. So interrelated figure of speech, this was oxymoron. And the second one, again very important figure of speech related to oxymoron, is antithesis. Again you break up the word anti, opposite, thesis, thoughts. Opposite thoughts given together. Just like we have done in oxymoron, opposite words given together, here it is opposite thoughts given together. Example, united we stand, divided we fall. Now you see, both are opposite thoughts but given together in one sentence. So this is another figure of speech, but I will tell you today two different figures of speech, literary devices, poetic devices which are connected to each other. So first remember, oxymoron, opposite words given together, antithesis, opposite thoughts given together. Now let's come to the third one. The third figure of speech, very very important. Maybe you have done it and you know about it also. Simile. It's not smile. Simile. You see that syllables. Simile. Okay. What is that? Simile is basically, there is thing 1 and there is thing 2. So there is interconnection. It is simile, the comparison, direct comparison of one thing to another thing. Okay, so just like you say that, he is as brave as a lion. So what is the common thing between these 2 things? What? Bravery. He is also brave, lion is also brave. But the comparison is done with lion. This is simile. And the word used for simile are so, as, like. Okay, just like love is beautiful, so is my mother. Similarly, I have done the comparison of love with my mother. Then you will say that she is as beautiful as Rose. So what is the comparison of her beauty? Her beauty's comparison is with Rose. So simile, direct comparison. But the related figure of speech to simile is metaphor. That also I think everybody knows. If you are doing literature minutely and understanding each and every term, so I think metaphor you also know it. So what it is? This is also comparison. But this is not the direct comparison. This is implied simile. When I say that this is simile, the comparison of a thing to another thing. But metaphor, implied simile, same thing I am taking. He is as brave as a lion. But if I say he is a lion, it means there is no doubt about that. I have implied the bravery on that person. The lion's bravery on him. So metaphor is that where the comparison is given but indirect way. But in simile you are given the comparison direct way. So again I told you both the figures of speech are related to each other. Just like first you did oxymoron, opposite words given together. Antithesis, opposite thoughts given together. Similarly, you have done this simile when you are given the direct comparison, and then you come to metaphor when you are given indirect comparison. So next, again the figures of speech which are again related to each other. That is the fifth one. I will just take alliteration, and that is also very common figure of speech which you are doing from different classes. Alliteration, and the related one will be repetition. Okay, so now what will be the difference? Alliteration is, you can say, the same sound given together. Just like furrow, this was your in last 10th standard book where this before the change of the syllabus. Furrow followed free. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, there was a line, furrow followed free. So what it is? F. Which sound it is? F. F. So alliteration, same sound given like that. Just like one more example, silence surrounds us. Okay, S. S. That is, I think the poem is there, father to son. Silence surrounds us. So S sound is repeated. So this would be alliteration. Now coming to repetition. Repetition is that just like you here you will be given the sound, but in repetition you would be given word. You would be given phrase. Just like there is one poem, that's the Rhyme of Ancient Mariner, I am taking that. Ice was here, ice was there, ice was everywhere. So what word is repeated here? Ice, ice, ice. Okay, so when you are given sound, that is alliteration. When you are given words or phrases, that is repetition. Again, these two were similar one which we have done. So next, seventh one, again this is also pun. P-U-N. What is pun? Pun and the interconnected device is tautology. Again, listen carefully if you just want to understand this thing. Pun, tautology. T-A-U-T-O-L-O-G-Y. Tautology. Pun is when you are given one word, okay, but having different meanings. Tautology would be given, you are given two words but having similar meaning. Okay, I am just again repeating, when you are given one word having different meaning is pun. Tautology, when you are given two words but having similar meaning. Now you see the example. Just like I am taking the example of liver. Okay, so liver. How I am using this liver in 2-3 different sentences. Just like the liver of the machine was loose. So what it is that? That is the part of a machine, liver. Second thing is that, you say that the liver is very important organ of human body. If it works properly, then only you can survive. So liver again is the second one. It is used in a different way. The life of a person depends on liver. That how we live it. That is up to our passion. The way we want to live, it is up to us. So liver is used in 3 different ways. First is body organ. Second is the mechanical point of view. And third one is my view. That how I want to live my life. Now coming to tautology. 2 words, similar meaning. There was filth and dust in the room. What it means? Filth and dust, filth and dirt, both are giving you one thing only, the room is dirty. So instead of saying there was filth and dirt, both are same meaning and giving the same, you say that, assumption. So this is tautology. So pun and tautology is also related to each other. Another one, I will just take 10 today because I don't think that we can sum up all together. Ninth one, very important one which we do is personification. Personification, what it is? Personification. When human action, human feeling, so that human expression are given to non-living things and inanimate objects. Just like if I say one example, the sun was smiling. Smiling, whose action it is? It's human action. But to what we have transferred? We have transferred to sun. So personification is what human actions are transferred to non-human thing. Similarly, the stars were smiling. So is it possible they can smile? You say that it is not possible, but the thing is that we transferred the human action to that. Then come to the similar one, apostrophe. Okay, apostrophe is very important part, just like sign of exclamation is used there. The punctuation marks is different, but in literary scale it is different. Just like the person who is not present in front of us, either you say that the God who is not present, but we are talking just and we expect the answer. Okay, just like we say, simply say that life, you are a dream. If I simply say, this would be apostrophe, life, I'm talking to life. Do you think that's possible to talk? But yes, it is apostrophe when you are addressing to the person, to the thing or the object which is not present in front of us. So life, you are a dream. But what is the important thing I have done? I have used sign of exclamation. When you are addressing to the person who is not present in front of you, followed by sign of exclamation, this is apostrophe. Right? So personification, and the last two which we are going to do is, one is hyperbole. Hyperbole. So what it is? Just to exaggerate something, just to overstate something. Just like I said that she shed the ocean of tears. Is it possible that we are having ocean of tears and it is possible for me to shed the ocean of tears? No. But this is exaggeration and overstatement of something. This is hyperbole. The tea is icy cold. Is it possible? But we still say hyperbole is just to exaggerate and overstate something. And the last one which we are going to do today is again very important part of our figure of speech, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, what it is? It is the words which express the sound of something. Just like snake hiss. We say this. The bees buzz. What it is? The words expressing the sound of something, onomatopoeia. Right? So, if you will say that these figures of speech you have not done, you have done, but the thing is that you are not in connection with that. So I'm just having a quick recap what we have done today. We have done 12 figures of speech. First one we have done oxymoron and antithesis. Then we have done simile and I said metaphor. Then we have done alliteration and repetition. Then we did pun and tautology. Then personification and apostrophe, and the last one which we did, hyperbole and onomatopoeia. And what was the purpose to use? That when you are doing writing, when you are using literary skills, you should make it a habit of using these figures of speech. That is a part of poetry you get in your exams also, which is the poetic device used here, which is the figure of speech used here. So you should be connected with that. You should remember all these. Clear? So we'll see the other one in the next session. Till that, thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much.